So here we are with another item that was given to me. It's a Panasonic DVD recorder all-in-one. DMR EZ17, manufactured June of 2007. And so I opened it up and I got inside and I cleaned the lens with distilled water, and it still wouldn't recognize a disc. So I'm going to, I guess, now trying it with alcohol. And then as I opened it, I noticed there's this thick layer of dust all over everything in here. It's actually not very thick, but it seems kind of thin. And I did notice this. It looks like there's something missing in here. Looks like there's something missing. Maybe a piece that went over the top of here that seems to be missing. And then I noticed this. It probably went here as well. So that whatever it was, this big triangle thing was missing. Looks like it plugged in there. And then I also noticed this too. There's grease on this side. Probably use a screwdriver, might be easier to see, but there's grease here, but there's no grease over here on this side. And if you look at the bottom plate, there's grease missing throughout here. So, and then if I spin this, it doesn't seem like it spins very freely. So I have a feeling that the oil on the bearings probably dried up. So it probably needs a new bearing as well. And spinning it isn't helping it. And then whatever the belt is in condition. I know the belt must work because it opens and closes. So that's perfectly fine, but it needs all this work. And finding one of these in working condition is like really expensive. And then I noticed this too. This cap over here looks like it's bulging. So that's going to have to be replaced. This one over here as well. Who knows? Maybe those control. I don't know anything about this. I know so much about those Funai VCR combos because I work on those almost a daily basis. This is a Panasonic. I know nothing about this at all. I wouldn't even know where to start. And it seems like it's bulging. It's just, you got two here that are bulging. So maybe this one or this one right here, maybe they could both of them control the laser assembly. I'm not familiar with this, so I'm assuming probably so, but I can see here the fuse hasn't gone yet, so which tells me is that there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong yet. And who knows, maybe there is a crack in the board underneath here. Maybe that's why it's not working. It just happens to be on the path where the laser is and where the sensors are. Maybe the sensors are controlled by this one and the laser's controlled by that one, and then it just happened to pop both of them. I think it's interesting because this unit probably originally tailed for thousands, probably maybe $1,000 in 2007. I'm not familiar with Panasonic. I've got no idea, but I knew that they were a really expensive brand when they were new. And you can see here, this one's got the RAM compatible DVDs. It records on pretty much every type of DVD, with the exception of ones that, you would use in a computer, like a data disc. It's got the Adobe digital recording. And I did notice this. It does have a digital tuner for 2007. It's top of the line. You can see there all the dust that's been accumulating there, so that's going to have to be cleaned out. And it's got this flap down on the front here. This pops down, and there's your controls and your front controls and your front inputs for S-Video, which S-Video was hardly ever used in the United States. I think it was mainly used for SVHS, and that was pretty much it. I'm still trying to figure it out why they even put it on DVD players, because nobody ever uses it. People hardly ever used it. Most televisions even only came with like 1 or 2 inputs. Most televisions in the 2000s came with 1 input, so you kind of had to choose which one you wanted. And anyways, it was just 1 video cord. It wasn't like you were replacing the red, white, and red. It wasn't like you were replacing them. You were still using one cord for video. It just didn't make any sense to me. So either this will probably end up getting sold for parts, or end up in the thrift store probably. The instruction booklet, which of course it came along with it, I think I'll probably keep that as like a souvenir. The remote control, obviously I'm going to keep that in case I come across another one that actually works. And you can see here on the fan, it's been ran so many times that the dust is collected up on it. It is just so filthy in here. And considering that this is so old now, that they want so much money for these on Amazon, it's just ridiculous. And I got this one for like free. One of my dad's friends gave this to me, but I really wanted to get this one going, but I just don't know where to start. It turns on, the disk drive opens and closes. I know that much. The television tuner, I don't know if it works or not. I haven't tried it yet. And I did notice this, is that it's got a lot of dust on it, so I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.